everyone. How is it going? How's everyone doing? Hope y'all are doing well. Once again, I do want to apologize for my background or my microphone right now. I know it does not sound the best, and I want to truthfully apologize to y'all. But other than that, I hope y'all are doing well. I know this is a bit of a different video, or stream for that matter. Um, as I don't know if you guys saw my community post or not, but there's this thing called AI Dungeon. And that's what I've been on probably for the last 2 weeks, insanely. So here I'll go straight to it. Should still be up. Yes, it is. Okay. So this is AI Dungeon. Okay. There's all these different types of, I guess, scenarios, all sorts. Some of them are just completely fictional worlds that people have created on themselves. Like these are new ones, steampunk like themes, and you can even search up there's Star Wars ones, a lot of Star Wars ones. There's World War II. There's World War One. All of this, so it's extremely cool. Right now, I don't want to just choose something that I know I'd like. I want to just go into Discover, do the trending all time. Okay, so we're just gonna look. Look at what we have here. Hmm. Okay. I don't want to do something too weird, but I also don't want to do something that's like there's a fairy appearance one. Um, Here I'll just find one soon and just show you guys. I think Stranger Things one. Now with a lot of these, I feel like you kind of do need to know the story or lore, I guess, in a couple of these. Not really all of them, but like I just watched this anime, Fuku Tensei. Oh, let me spell it right. Hey Chase, how's it going, my dude? Can Isn't that working? Did I spell it wrong? Oh yeah, there we go. I see there's Shuko Tensei and everything up here. That's an anime I just watched, and I understand that world a bit, so something like this would actually be really fun for me to play. What's that? Mature in there too. Yep, this is the one that I've played before. So there's probably every scenario you can think of. But now since I have matured up there, it's gonna show really weird scenarios, so I'd rather not. What's this? The Awakened Seven. Let's see what this is. The year 2035, 7 individuals across 7 continents awaken to incomprehensible powers: gravity manipulation, time control, absolute zero, cosmic conjuration, life and death command, dreamwalking, and dimensional rewrites. These powers are not genetic, not trained, not earned. They just happened all at once. You are one of the 7. Though you do not know each other, all you know is that you are drawn to each other. No cliche, no repetitiveness, auto cards, simple wallet. Okay, so we'll leave this. Yeah, bookmark it. I'll bookmark that. We'll go back to it if we can't find another one. Actually, you know what? Since it's 2025, let's try this one. So pretty much, I think this is just an RPG of life right now. So I'm just gonna do this, just show you guys what it's like and how quote unquote fun. Well, not even quote unquote. This is just fun to me. So let's show it. What are your names? Um, you know what? Well, my name will be you know what? Junk. What is your gender? Junk is a man, so male. What is your age? Let's make a junk. Let's make junk in his early 20s. So let's do like 21 drinking age. What is your occupation? See, this isn't like the one I played before. I want to do the 2025 that I played before. Let me just search that up. Yeah, this is the one I played, I think. Here. Okay, so create your character. We'll keep everything the same so far. So our character is going to be Junk. Junk will be a male. He's going to be a human because we're on Earth. What's our class? So what are we going to be? There's all of this for right now. And there's even some that have, like, with the Star Wars ones, they have every single, I guess, race you can even think of. So for right now, let's do, what do I know a lot about? Assassin, billionaire, astronaut, spy, journalist, scientist. I could be a police officer, soldier, lawyer. You know what? I don't know. That's the thing with this is it's like it really makes you think and choose which one you actually want because these can go on for hours, these stories, and days even. There's a story I've been working on that's been going on for probably about 3, 4 days now, and that was a Sword Art Online story that I was doing. Because with as much hate as Sword Art Online gets, you can't lie, that first season is amazing. So you know what? Let's just make Junk. You know what? Junk's gonna be the you know what? Junk's gonna be a spy. Yeah, that's gonna be Junk's. That's Junk's occupation. Okay, so where are we from? I personally am from the U.S. If you guys couldn't tell. Um, where do I want to? I don't know if this is like location where you spawn or a location that you're spying for. Because it's like if I'm spying for the US, do I spawn in the US or would I be a spy for the US? Let's figure it out. Right now, let's just spawn in New York. And we'll do Detroit. Have some fun. Everyone knows New York. Barely anyone knows Detroit. Yep. So our Junk, the 21-year-old spy from Detroit, Michigan. Ooh. Okay, so we can choose the faction that we'll be in. Technically, I'm pretty sure we'd be NATO. So yeah, let's do NATO. My companion. Oh, I can have a companion? Being a spy, you'd imagine I have no companion, right? Unless it was like a boss. Okay, yeah, so let's do no companion. Money. You know what, to start out, good 10K could be good for a spy. Now my home. Something realistic that a spy would do. You know what? Let's do a nice little small house, not a studio apartment or an apartment or anything like that. Let's just do a small house. I remember seeing this thing where a spy in real life just pretty much just lives in pretty much small houses. Like, they could have bought so much more, but they just kept in the small houses. I could be completely wrong with that, though. Okay, so it's generating the story now. Okay, so before I show you anything, let's just read this. It's 2025, a world full of opportunities and problems. Will you seize these opportunities, or will you be overwhelmed by problems? So take a breath and think about what you want to do. You are Junk, a 32-year-old male human spy working for NATO. Your expertise in espionage and subterfuge makes you a valuable asset. Oh, I was where I was stationed. Dang it. You've recently been stationed in Detroit, where you've purchased a small two-bedroom house using your $10,000 stipend. The year is 2025 and the world is in turmoil. President Donald Trump's re-election has intensified global tensions, particularly between the United States and China. As you sit in your modest living room, you hear the distant sounds of protests in the street of Detroit. The city is still recovering from the Midwest crude oil spill, and the new mayor's efforts to lift spirits have been met with resistance. Your secure bone buzzes, or your secured phone buzzes with an encrypted message from your handler. The message reads, meeting at the usual location in 1 hour. Urgent brief on potential Chinese espionage in Detroit auto industry. Come alone. You know the usual location, a small cafe in the outskirts of the city, far from prying eyes. As you contemplate your next move, you hear footsteps approaching your front door. There's a pause, then 3 sharp knocks in rapid succession. So this right here, this is just the base. This is where you'll continue your story from. But before we continue the story, I just want to show you a few cool things about this app in general. So when you click this up here, use lots of useless details to immerse the player and make some stats like money, productivity, and etc. Okay? So this is pretty much just what the author is telling you to do. But then when you come over to story cards, every single one of these is what the author has done. These cards pretty much explain, like, whichever one you go with, choosing it beforehand. This will explain this part, if that makes sense. So, like, if I click sailor, that's what a sailor does. So it's pretty much marking and telling the AI what a sailor is, so it can use its knowledge to build off of that. So when I go down to spy, or if I see spy anywhere, I just see it. No. Okay. I don't know where spy is. There's a lot of cards, Jesus. But let's just look at, oh, here we go, spy. They exist everywhere and everywhen. Their unique skills of espionage and subterfuge makes them a force to be reckoned with. Okay, so this is pretty much just explaining who you are and how the AI will adapt to these cards. So when you move over to details then, this is just explaining everything that we saw. Okay, explaining the description technically. And then when you go over to gameplay, this is the important part. I have the premium version. There's like 5 different versions. I have the premium version. So there is a bunch of different AI models here. All of these models each do something different. So like the Wayfarer one is adventure and choice, or adventure with choice and consequence. So this is something that, like, if you die, you die. Like, there's no coming back if you're using this. High stakes adventure where choices matter. The same thing can happen here. If you're going with a darker theme, you can use madness to make that seem like especially dark. There's Muse, which is the storyteller with emotions, like if something's sad or someone just died or if someone's about to die. Then there's this with the strong dialogue, characters, and humor. So all these are extremely important to the overall story. So like starting off here, I'd probably use Muse because I would click take a turn and I would click say in this point. Like, who is it? Responding to the people who knocked at the door, you know? So there's do, say, story, and see. So do is like an action word. Say is like what you're physically saying, and then story is to advance the story. So it's actually really, and then see is just like photos bringing it up. It really doesn't make that big of a difference to me. I mean, other people can probably agree with it, but it's not really that big of a deal. So like you hear footsteps approaching your front door. There's a pause and three sharp knocks in rapid succession. Who is it? Or if you even want to go further, you can go to story and just be like, add the quotes. Who is it? You say as you look through the people don't see anyone. Just to add that extra depth. You know, you could click say and just do the who is it, but the story always works better with extra added context. So let's see what it says from there. And so the AI is thinking, it's thinking, it's thinking. Through the people, you see nothing but the dim porch light casting a yellow glow on your empty front steps. The footsteps pause for a moment before retreating down the side of your house, crunching through the dead leaves that haven't been raked yet. You recognize the sound, boots moving deliberately but not hurriedly. Your military training kicks in automatically. You quietly disengage the deadbolt and chain and then open the door just enough to check the side yard. There's a figure moving quickly along the fence line, about 20 meters away. Too far for a clear look at their face, but you can catch the glint of metal at their hip, something small, maybe a pistol or a knife. Oh, Chase, you know about this? Oh, that's so cool. My one friend showed me this like a couple of months ago, and I haven't met anyone that personally really knew about it. So it's really nice to know someone that actually knows about it and is familiar with it. So what do we do after this? So we see that there's someone pretty much in our yard at our fence line, about 20 meters away, but you can tell there's metal at their hip, something small, maybe a pistol or a knife. But that's not a guarantee. So it's not like I can pull out the weapon myself and just start shooting because they're on my property. You know, like this could have a consequence. Like it very well could not be that. It could just be a phone, you know, and you just went all haywired and just shot up just a random dude who was maybe looking for a place to stay for the night or something along those lines, you know? So, what do I do? You know what? Let's just ask him. Let's just ask him. Because worst thing that can happen is that he has a gun and he shoots me, you know? But the best thing that can happen is it's just something random that's happening, you know? So, walk onto your porch quietly. Oh, we're still. Okay. See, I didn't even do quotes there because I kept it in the story, like asking who he was and why he was here. Okay, so the figure freezes momentarily at your words, then turns to face you. Then porch light catches his features. Late 30s, clean shaven, with sharp features and a buzz cut that glints in the light. His posture is military, straight, hand hovering near his hip where the glints of metal caught your eye. A light jacket hangs open, revealing the outline of body armor underneath. "Junk," he says, in a clipped American accent. "Didn't expect you to be home." His eyes flicker to the weapon now visible in your waistband, returning to your face. "I'm Agent Rourke." We need to talk. Okay. And the best thing with this is you can make the AI go in a direction of your choosing. So it's like, I'm Agent Rourke. We don't know who Agent Rourke is. For all you know, it could be someone from up here, you know? Like the handler. You know, Rourke could technically be my handler right now. You know, but since my handler just texted me, I don't believe that this is Rourke. You know, just for the off chance that. So that's pretty much where I'm throwing the story, is that this isn't actually Agent Rourke, especially since he has a clipped American accent. So what I'm gonna do is, you believe in us. Let's remember the text you got. When was Agent Rourke? Voice seemed oddly different. Okay. Now, how would I go about this? You've never seen his face, the voice seemed oddly different. Real life quick. Okay, so this must be someone trying to hurt you and or your family. False happy agent. Okay, welcome in everyone. See, there's 5 of you guys now. So right now, I am Junk, a 32-year-old male. I'm a spy working for NATO. And right now, there's someone that just came up to my door, knocked, pretty much ran away. And when I went out and confronted him, he said that he's my quote unquote handler, but I know he's not my handler. So, okay. So, don't move. You scream for I swear to God, if you do, I'm shooting you. Okay. Let's just leave it at that. See what the AI thinks from this point. So how's the AI going to handle this? What will quote-unquote Agent Rourke do? The imposter freezes as you level your weapon at him, his hand hovering near his hip in clear tension. For a moment, there's complete silence, except for the distant sounds of the city. Then his lips curl into a knowing smirk. Calm down, Junk, he says, voice still carrying that American accent, now with a slight Chinese cadence underneath. I'm not here to hurt you. We're just having a conversation. His fingers flex near his concealed weapon, but he doesn't draw it. Not yet. You see his gaze dart towards your weapon, calculating. His stance shifts subtly. Weight on the balls of his feet, ready to move. A professional stance. Okay. So let's see what he's doing. Let's just continue this. Let's see how the AI will continue this. The wind picks up, rustling through the dead leaves as silence hangs between you. Your fingers lay close to the trigger guard, ready to snap into position. The man's smirk remains, but his eyes are cold and asserting. You know, he says conversationally, if I wanted you dead, you'd already be bleeding out. His head tilts slightly. But I'm curious why you're so just jumpy. Shouldn't you recognize me? We've met before. Your mind races through possibilities. Did you encounter him in the field? Was this a face from one of your missions? The accent sounds Chinese, but the cadence is wrong. To measure, to rehearse, a facade. I don't know you. I'm actually interested in to see where the AI actually takes this, to be honest. His smirk widens just slightly at your response. His fingers twitch near his hip, not quite reaching for the weapon yet. Oh, that's unfortunate, he says. I would have thought you remember our little chat in Minsk last year. You were much more cooperative then. Minsk. Your pulse jumps. That was your last operation before coming to Detroit. A dead drop in an empty apartment building. You never saw the other operative. But they provided critical intelligence about Chinese infiltration of Russian military communications. Your mind scrolls through possibilities. Either this man is lying, or he's the same operative who gave you that intel, the one who now works for the Chinese. Okay, so the AI completely made up a whole entire backstory, which this is why this is like so cool in my opinion. It's like they'll create entire backstories based on what was already said. You know, like it gives the story a purpose, in my opinion. You know, so now it's like trying to stay trained on the main. Okay, so pretty much now I'm just asking why he had to come to my house instead of like texting or calling or anything. I don't really know how spy work works, but we're still holding it like you expect me to draw. Okay, this is gonna be the first time I'm doing something to say, hey, yo, what's up, Ty? How's it going, dude? You didn't really miss a lot. This is not Star Wars related for once, surprisingly. There's this app's called AI Dungeon, and pretty much you're creating your own story with help of an AI, pretty much. There's this stuff down here like do, say, story, see, and everything. So like do's action words, like what you're doing like action wise. Saying's obviously what your character says, and stories to advance the story. So right now, pretty much, there's a guy that I saw, but I didn't personally see, but he was like a Chinese loyalist to America previously. It's a long story, but pretty much we're pretty much in a quick draw scenario right now. So let me just say, I mean, yeah. You told me any otherwise. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. I don't have to add anything to this, but let me just click that. So let's see what the AI comes up with that. So the AI is pretty much controlling, still being processed. There we go. The man's smirk twitches just slightly. A micro expression of irritation quickly smoothed away. His finger tightens around the edge of his jacket, near where his concealed weapon rests. The night air feels colder now as he studies you. His posture shifting into something more tense. Proof? He repeats, voice quieter now. You want proof? He reaches slowly into his jacket, not towards the gun, but to the inner pocket. Oh, awesome, Ty. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know this isn't like the typical content or anything that I'm trying to post on here, but like I said, it's still writing. It still could involve Star Wars depending on the scenario you pick. Like right now, this is only a 2025 scenario. Um, Chase, right now I am thinking of doing so. I am technically recording this as well. It's just the fact of the matter is whether or not I want to leave it like a VOD or if I want to cut it down to where it's only the most interesting parts. But then if I do that, a lot of the story would get mixed up and really extremely confusing, if that makes sense. But okay. But this guy pretty much just gave me the proof that I wanted. So now I'm gonna do. So whenever you're doing a do action, you have to write in you. You know, you can't say I or me. You have to write you. It's the same thing with story. Like you go forwards and pick up the envelope, keeping your eye trained on the full version, then highlights. Hey, what's up, Ike? How's it going, dude? And yeah, I mean, this is still gonna stay up on my this is still gonna stay up on my channel. Like this will always be up on my channel. Like my Star Wars Empire War video is still up on my channel from when I did that live stream last. But as if I do want to cut it down and make it into a video that's like me, I'm the type of person I like cuts. I don't have the attention span to physically watch someone like do this. That's why I personally don't watch streams. You know, but I know a lot of people that do. So it's just if I want to go ahead and do that to where it's entertaining, but I also need to be sure that this would be entertaining enough. Oh, you're getting ready for pickleball? That's awesome, dude. How long have you been playing pickleball for? But you go forwards and pick up the envelope, keeping your eye trained on the individual ahead of you. You go towards forwards and pick up the envelope, keeping your eye trained on the individual ahead of you. Open it up and look. I don't know if this will work, but I just want to do like what was inside. Really? That's awesome. That's awesome. Is that the only sport you play, or do you play others? Okay. So you pick up the envelope and tear it open with one hand, keeping your weapon trained on the main. Inside is a small data chip, no longer than your thumbnail. Along with it is a folded piece of paper, plain, white, unmarked except for a single line of handwritten text in precise, tight script. Minsk 12, safe house coordinates transmitted at 23:47 local time. Recipient Agent J. Your breath catches. It's not proof in itself, but the detail is specific. Minsk 12 was the dead drop number from that operation last year. The time and coordinates match exactly was transmitted to you. So see, again, it's adding backstory that we previously didn't have. You know, this is why I like this so much. Like it adds the backstory for you so you can understand the story and make the story flow better. You know? Oh, you've been bowling? Dude, I just got into bowling within the last 2 to 3 years. I don't go a lot, but this is gonna sound so stupid to say, but I finally just started to learn like curving the ball. Like finally when I throw it, I finally started to curve the ball. Now let me ask you a question, like, do you use one hand or two hand? Or are you like one of the people that like despises the people that use two hands? Okay. So right now, Actually, Chase, I remember my friend telling me that. So, yes. So, like right here, you don't have to add you at the beginning. You have to add it afterwards. But like when like up here it says you say, it would do the same thing with like you do. Like the you's automatically there. So I always forget that. And I know it does sort of mess up the conversation a bit. So, yes. Okay, so let's just try that. The man's smirk fades completely, replaced by something harder, amusement giving way to genuine irritation. His eyes narrow as he studies you, his hand shifting just slightly towards his concealed weapon. I could have found it, he echoes. Then why didn't I just kill you already, junk? If I wanted to frame you to make you doubt yourself, you'd be dead and no one would ever find the body. He inhales sharply through his nose, clearly restraining his temper. You always this paranoid, or is this just a way of testing me? Fine. You want another proof? Awesome, because I'm 100% a two-handed bowler. That's the only way I can technically get the spin on my ball. You know, it's just with two hands. I can't do it with one hand. I also just think I'm too weak. I don't think I have enough strength just to use one hand, low key. Okay, so his hand finally moves to his hip, but not for his weapon. He reaches into another pocket and produces a small device, no longer than a matchbox. He flicks it on, and the screen lights up with a series of coordinates and times. He holds it up so you can see it doesn't move any closer. These are all the dead drops we've used in the last 3 years, he says, voice still measured but carrying an edge. Every single one, including the ones we never even knew about. He taps the screen, scrolling through what looks like a meticulous record of operations. I know about Minsk 13, the drop in Amsterdam 3 months out. What do you call it? What is it technically in bowling? That's just always what I call it. Is it curve? Is that what it is? I feel like it might be curve. Can I just embarrass myself? Okay. I don't even know what it's called. Spy headquarters. Would that just be the like FBI base or whatever? Or would it just be like government? Like I don't know. Where spies freaking built and groomed and everything. Okay, so let's try that. The man's posture shifts slightly, tension easing from his shoulders as you lower your weapon just an inch. Because I don't trust them, he said bluntly. His gaze flicks past you towards the house briefly before returning. The Chinese have people everywhere now. NATO's not as clean as it used to be. Someone sold Minsk 12 to them. I don't know who. He pockets the device slowly, deliberately, with movements controlled. I came to you because you're one of the few people I know for certain isn't compromised. Not anymore. You're a ghost junk. Hard to track, harder to buy. Hmm. Alright, so I must not be that hard to track if you found me this easily at my house. The man exhales through his nose, a quiet sound of amusement. Oh, I didn't find you this easily, he says, stepping forward just enough to cross the threshold of casual conversation to something more intimate. His words lower, but there's no less intensity in them. I've been watching this house for 2 days. I know your routines. I know your neighbors' routines. I know when the mailman comes, when the local cops drive by. I waited until I was sure you were alone. The question isn't how I found you, Junk. Well, then what is the question? And how do you know my name? A cool breeze carries his words as he continues. The question is why I didn't kill you the first time I had the chance. The question is why I didn't kill you the first time I had the chance. I could have put bullets in your head while you slept, or poisoned your coffee when you stepped outside for air, but I didn't. Because I need you alive for what comes next. The night air feels heavier now, charged with something unspoken. You shift your weight slightly, weapon still lowered but not holstered. The porch light hums faintly above, casting shadows across the man's sharp features. His jacket rustles softly as he adjusts his stance, feet planting firmly like a man prepared to react in any direction. What was your thoughts on Andor season 2? Oh man, where do I begin? Um, so the first and foremost biggest problem I had with Andor season 2 only came within the first 3 episodes. Um, I didn't really watch a lot of stuff behind it or anything, but I know Star Wars is and always will be political, and that's not what I'm like bitching at when it comes to this. Oh yeah, of course, Ty. I would love to. That would actually be awesome. And also, we never got to talk about what you wanted to talk to me about. I remember we said we were gonna call the day after, but we never got to it. So I really apologize for that. Um, but back to Andor. Like I said, politics are politics. It's always going to be in Star Wars, regardless of what anyone says. But the only issue I have with Andor season 2 is the fact that they called, I guess, chain codes visas. That pissed me off so much beyond belief. Like, I cannot express to you how much that pissed me off. It's always been chain codes in my mind. That's how people, that's pretty much the ID in the Star Wars universe. Unless it's like a visa is like a visa in our world where it's like to travel and everything. But even in other Star Wars media, it's always been chain codes to get on ships and everything like that. So I just don't like how they push that political aspect. But with that said, the rest of Andor season 2, including those first 3 episodes, was amazing. I cannot express to you how much we need more Star Wars like that. That is 100% my favorite Star Wars media I think I've personally seen in my life when it came out. Now, let me make that clear. I did not watch the original trilogy when it came out because I was probably negative 20 years old. And I did not watch the prequels when they came out because when the first one came out, I still wasn't born. And when the other ones came out, I was probably 4, I think. Then obviously the sequels are there. Everyone has their own opinions about that. I'm not the biggest fan. But then, other than that, Andor has got to be up there with the Clone Wars for me. Like, especially, let me make that like the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars and Andor are about the same quality to me. Like I would put that up there in like top 5 Star Wars media. Yeah, and again, that's not to get like political or anything, but it's just like they're changing stuff that's already set in the Star Wars universe to fit like a real life political agenda. And regardless of what your feelings are in real life about politics, like I'm not someone that cares about politics at all, but regardless of what your real life like beliefs are, if something's already set in stone in a universe before and after whatever is viewing, you can't change it. That's the only thing I'm trying to say. Like it just feels off with a lot of people. Oh, phew. I thought I was kind of crazy if I said that. Like I was honestly debating whether or not I should say that. But yeah, Andor is probably definitely in my top 5 Star Wars media. Especially like I would go as far as say that the final 5 episodes of Andor, final 6 maybe, maybe it might have been, might be top 3. But just those episodes, all of Andor as a whole, it would have to be like top 5. Just those 3 episodes. Those 3 episodes could have been its own movie, and it would have done wonders. Okay, so man's posture relaxes slightly out of your compliance, but doesn't move back. If anything, he steps closer. Bring with him the faint smell of gun oil and that mint gum. We need to shut down an operation. Chinese deep cover assets in Detroit. They're moving something big. Weaponry, intelligence, maybe both. I need someone who can operate without official channels. Someone who can get in and out without leaving a trace. His eyes flick towards your holstered weapon before returning to your face. I've known you've done wet work before. This might require that skill set. But yeah, Ty, I 100% would totally be down to join you and Ike on a podcast or like a live stream or something. That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you, Ty. I really appreciate it. And once again, I'm sorry for missing or not calling you when we decided we were gonna call. I feel really bad, and I hope you can, honestly, before the live stream. That would be awesome. I don't like that. So something else is if you can just click retry and it will just redo what you said. So Cooper's smirk fades, replaced by something more serious. His hand drifts to his concealed weapon, but he doesn't draw it. Just the motion of a man used to maintaining control over this dangerous situation. I'm not just a Chinese spy. I was never just a Chinese spy. He looks at you and suddenly, your reaction. I was recruited by them, trained by them, used by them, but I never fully belonged. He moves closer, near enough now you can see the faint scar across his jawline and thin white. You think I don't know how this game works? The promises, the lies? Awesome. Oh yeah, is it summer vacation for you now? Like, are you all done? Like, now it's like summer break? So his voice is low, almost insignificant, but there is a rawness beneath the practice cool. I know exactly how it works because I've been playing both sides for years. That's why I'm here, because I'm the only one who can navigate this mess without getting burned. I need you, Junk, and you need me, because whatever's happening in Detroit isn't just a local operation. It's bigger than that. And if we don't act soon, someone else will clean up the problem and make sure no loose ends are left behind. Okay, so pretty much she's saying, since I know about this, and if I don't do it, I'll pretty much be killed. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, that gets the quotations. I think I've got the quotations. Okay, so take it, he says, read it, and decide if you want to hear the rest. The paper is small, slightly damp from being in its popular. You unfold and find a single line of text, written in the same precise handwriting as the note in the envelope. Shanghai Station, 17 confirmed kills, not including those who disappeared. The words sent a cold tremor through your body. Shanghai Station was the code name for a joint Chinese-American surveillance program in the early 2020s, one that was supposed to be strictly monitored. The confirmed kills number suggests someone used it as an assassination program instead. Cooper watches your reaction closely, his face expressionless. Okay, I see where this is going. Okay. Cooper's face remains impassive, but his fingers twitch slightly at your words. Just a micro expression of confirmation. That's one way to put it, he says quietly. The night air grows heavier as he steps closer, speaking softly. Shanghai Station wasn't just surveillance, it was control, and someone decided they needed more control than the treaty allowed. He watches your reaction carefully, gauging your understanding. The kills weren't just Chinese targets or enemies of the state, they were Americans. Officials, military officers, people who asked too many questions. Alright, so in a split of a second, I went from pretty much being a spy to pretty much someone trying to save the world from a biological catastrophe that the US and Chinese is jointly doing. What the fuck? Seriously, what just happened? Um, so for me, I don't even care. Yeah, pretty much, just typical Monday. You know, Monday is just pretty much when I relax. Tuesdays when I go and save the world. You know, and Wednesdays are tea breaks. You know, tea and crumpets. Cooper's gaze flickers with something unreadable in your words. Your family, he says, understood. Dude, I love this. It's so fun. You can create your own scenarios, and it's just so fun. Cooper's lips press into a thin line at your words, his eyes flickering with something that might be respect or irritation. It's hard to tell in the dim light. I don't mess with families, he says finally, voice rough with something that might be genuine emotion. They're my only role. He snaps the phone and shuts and pockets it. They'll be safe. That's all you need to know. Need to move. Oh yeah, and you can also edit everything in here and change it. Like you could have made this. That might be genuine emotion to be safe. That's all you need to know. Like I don't know why you would, but you can just change this to like thicker. Like I don't know, you can just change it and it will make the AI fix it. 40 minutes later, you watch from the shadows as a white cargo van pulls up silently outside your house. Cooper stands beside you, just within the range of the porch light, his posture tense but controlled. The van's side door slides open and two men step out, big, muscular, wearing plain clothes but with the bearing of military contractors. They move with practiced efficiency as they approach your family inside. Your wife Emma emerges first, her face tense but determined, holding your daughter's hand tightly. She nods once at you before climbing into the back of the van. Your daughter waves hesitantly, a small smile breaking through her uncertainty. As they disappear inside, one of the men turns to you, keys to the house. Why? I'm sure it'll explain it, but why? Like, is it because I can't come back here? Like, are you taking my keys in case I don't come back? Oh, that should say keys to the car. Okay. See, that works. That works so good to show you what I was explaining earlier. Keys to the car. Okay, so what they did is just took my car away so it looks like I'm not home, or the family's not home. Cooper watches the van go, then turns to you. They'll be at a safe house in Wisconsin by morning, he says. New names, new identities. He pulls out the phone again, checking something before slipping it back into his pocket. We need to move now. You nod and step inside, checking your equipment. Weapon, spare magazine, folding knife, comms device. Cooper follows you in, closing the door softly behind him. How do you spell bureau? Your what? That's not. That's so stupid. Oh crap! Why is not? Oh nope. Oh, you know what? Close enough. Okay, cool. There's a button on the Okay. Okay, Cooper's expression doesn't change, but you notice his fingers tighten slightly at his side. He considers your words for a long moment before giving a slow nod. He could be useful, he admits, though there is no enthusiasm in his tone. He steps closer, speaking quietly as he adjusts the collar of his jacket. But we handle him carefully. No direct contact with the op unless absolutely necessary, and he stays out of the high-risk areas. Alright, you know what? That's probably where I'm going to leave this off. This is actually really fun. I streamed for a pretty long time. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get going. I enjoyed all you guys coming and saying what's up to me. It actually really meant a lot. Thanks Ty, thanks Ike, thanks Chase. You guys are amazing and I hope to see you guys again.